What are my fondest memories from Washington Waldorf School? Well, I have many great memories, and it's really hard to choose just one. But I always look back at handwork class and woodwork class. I think those are such unique experiences in education, and I feel so lucky to have had them.
What is my fondest memory of WWS? I will always remember the day in high school math class when we learned about non-Euclidean geometry for the first time. I don't think of myself as a maths person, but that was amazing, and I will never forget the feeling of learning something so new that I had never even imagined. That will stay with me always.
My fondest memories of the Washington Waldorf School could say eurythmy, gnomes, homeopathic medicine, but those would be my first memories. My fondest memory is easily of community. So walking through the door on my first day of high school and meeting people like Chris Hopkins, Chris Moses, Josh Raloon, Laura Clark, Deborah Courage, people who immediately welcomed me, a shy, nerdy, black kid from the city, into their school and into their community. It's of teachers like Mr. Zelinka and Mrs. Bennett, who not only welcomed me into their classroom, but connected those lessons to life. My fondest memories of the Washington Waldorf School are of community, a community that showed me that we are all deserving of love and understanding, a community that gave me the confidence to succeed, and a community that taught me that the key to life is not just to be understood, but to understand others. Thank you so much, Waldorf.
What is my fondest memory of WWS? It comes from one of the trips we take throughout our years at WWS. We take many. In 12th grade, we take a trip to Herman Island, Maine as part of our zoology block to study zoology and marine biology in that environment. It's an uninhabited island off the coast of Maine, full of wilderness and very pristine ecosystems. This is a trip we take with our own classmates as well as with other Waldorf schools from around the country. One of the nights that I was there with my classmates, they took us on a night hike, and for some of the time we're in the forested areas surrounded by towering pine trees, and for a lot of the time we're near the shoreline, and so there aren't as many trees, and when you look above you you can see the sky, and when you look below you you can see the ocean. And because it's an uninhabited island, when you look up into the sky you can see an unimaginable number of stars. And when you look down into the ocean, it looks as if you're seeing the same stars. But it's not actually that the starlight is reflected in the water, it's that in this particular part of Maine, there's a type of bioluminescent kelp that grows near the shoreline. And unlike the bioluminescence of lightning bugs that has kind of a yellowish greenish hue, this has a whitish silverish hue, very similar to the starlight. And so when you look up, you can see the stars twinkling, and when you look down, you see the kelp glimmering in the water, and it's as if you're surrounded by stars on all sides, encompassed by them all around you. And we're walking in silence because they've asked us to be quiet and enjoy our surroundings, looking all around us. And I'm walking beside my best friend, and we're just looking around as much as we can, opening our eyes wide, taking in the surroundings. We grab each other's hands, we're walking, and we occasionally glance at each other away from the surroundings, just to share a moment of awe and wonder at this beauty that we have the privilege of experiencing. And I think that's one of the most wonderful things about the Washington Waldorf School, is it gives you so many opportunities to experience that kind of beauty. And it's experience that I know I wouldn't have had without the school, and I'm grateful for it.
What is my fondest memory of Washington Waldorf School? Well, I can remember when we were at Hearst Hall, we used to be able to have a class called Play Park, and when we were older we got to go out in and run around the Bishop's Garden and the hill behind St. Albans and play Capture the Flag, and it was awesome.
What is my fondest memory of WWS? It was in my junior year. Mr. Hall, Mr. Doble, and Mr. Bufano took us to Sugarloaf Mountain so that we could experience a transcendental journey and explore transcendental literature. It was really meaningful and really fun.
What is my fondest memory of the Washington Waldorf School? Well, it's hard to pick just one, but one of my fond memories was learning to juggle with our French teacher, Monsieur Canon. Who says you don't remember what you learned in school?
I've been a student at the Washington Waldorf School starting from when I was 3 years old. And unbeknownst to me, the kids that I went to school with that very first day were the same ones that I would learn how to knit with, go on field trips with, take calculus with, and play basketball with. Together, we learned how to read and write, but even more than that, we learned how to work together to celebrate our successes and lift each other up when things didn't go as planned. One of my favorite moments from my time at this school that illustrates this actually comes from a little over a week ago during our senior project presentations. This year, it was pretty different. We did not present our work in front of a live audience, but through videos shared over YouTube. With each audience member and senior in their own home, it seemed impossible to conserve a feeling of togetherness in such an environment. However, there was not a moment throughout the entire showing of the videos that my phone wasn't going off as we hyped each other up, praising each other's work. In 2 weeks, I will be graduating from the Washington Waldorf School and moving over 2,000 miles away to pursue my passion for environmental science in Portland, Oregon. But I know that no matter how far away I go, I will always have this incredible group of individuals who are truly my second family.